There is one thing 30,000 people in South Carolina need to do in order to continue to qualify for unemployment. If you don't do it, you could be paying back some of the money that you've gotten. Heather Byans with South Carolina Department of Employment and Workforce joins us now to talk more about this. Heather, I know you guys have been screaming this from the rooftops for months, and now we're up against the deadline, and there are still thousands and thousands of people who haven't done this.
That's right, Darcy. And we are a bit concerned. There are more than 30,000 claimants right now in South Carolina who have not done this federal requirement. Again, this is not something that Duke came up with. When the Continued Assistance Act was passed earlier this year, it was very, very clear that if someone was employed, self-employed, or had planned employment, and they were drawing benefits from the PUA program, then they would have to show proof of that. And what they need to do and really need to know, it could be as simple as one piece of paper. So if someone was employed, that could be a W-2. If someone was self-employed, that could be something like a business license or a state or federal tax return. And then if someone had planned employment, it was basically they got a job offer, but it was rescinded because of the pandemic, they could upload a job offer letter or get an affidavit signed by that employer. So it's relatively a simple process.
So it's a really simple process. What do they need to do? And how do folks at home know whether or not they're one of the 30,000 that needs to submit?
So we have had a very robust communications plan over the last several months. When we found out that this was a new requirement for PUA, we started out sending weekly communications to this population of people that said, hey, this is a new requirement. This is something you're going to need to do. But as we've gotten closer to this deadline, which is next week, it's Wednesday, May 5th, as we're getting closer to this deadline, we've really been ramping up communication. So from direct emails to this population, robocalls, and then that's in addition to the website that we have created as well as social media reminders. So we want people to understand that this deadline is approaching quickly. Now, if you're wondering what do you need to do with that document, it is as simple as uploading it to your My Benefits portal. So you go into your portal, you go to your My Documents tab, and you're going to be able to see an upload function. You'll be able to click, it clearly will say required PUA documentation notice. You attach the document to that, and it will tell you upload successful. So that's how you know that your document has been uploaded successfully to your portal. Now, folks can mail it in, but our highly encouraged method is by doing it within the portal because it's definitely the fastest way it's going to be processed by the agency.
What about SC Works? Can you go to an SC Works office and get some help there?
So they do have computer labs. So if that's an issue or a barrier for folks, they can do that. But of course, they can also upload it. They can access the website in the My Benefits portal from their mobile phones. They just go to do.sc.gov and they'll see a link to the My Benefits portal. You can access that through your mobile phone as well.
Okay, so this dates back to December. The Biden administration put this in place to say, we need to know what you've been doing from December until today. Correct. And in the simplest terms, if you do not upload this document, what happens next, Heather?
Absolutely. So there are two things that happen, and these are big, and I hope people are really paying attention to this. If you do not meet that federal requirement on May 5th, we have two things that we are federally required to do. One is we have to turn off benefits for this claim. And we also have to establish an overpayment. And what that means is that you would have to pay back every dollar that you've received in UI benefits dating back to December 27th of 2020. For some folks, that could be about $10,000. So this is a big deal. This is something that I want people to understand. We do not want to turn off your benefits. We do not want to have to establish this overpayment. So we are just urging you to listen to these messages and to take action today and get this done.
Heather Byans with South Carolina Department of Employment and Workforce. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Darcy.